My name is Maya. I am 20 years old, and last Tuesday, my phone lit up with a notification that ended my relationship with my mother forever. I was in the campus library. I was finishing a final paper. I'd been working double shifts at a coffee shop to pay for my tuition. I was tired. I just wanted to go home and sleep. Then the text came. It was from my mother. It was short. I sold your bed, your laptop, and your desk. Your cousin Bella needs the money for the baby. Family comes first. I stared at the screen. I thought it was a joke, a sick, twisted joke. I typed back, my fingers shaking. What, is this a prank? Her reply came instantly. She needs the money. Stop being selfish. You can sleep in the storage room when you come home. This room belongs to Bella now. My ears started ringing. My laptop? The one I bought with my own tips? My bed? The shelves I built with my own hands? I typed one last message. Please tell me you didn't touch the watch, the one Grandpa gave me. I watched the 3 little dots bounce on the screen. It felt like they were bouncing on my heart. Sold it for $300, she wrote. We needed cash fast. Something inside me snapped. It wasn't a loud snap. It was quiet. It was the sound of a bridge burning down. That watch wasn't just a watch. It was a vintage Rolex. My grandfather gave it to me on my 18th birthday. He told me it was an investment for my future. It was worth at least $5,000. She sold it for $300 to a pawn shop. I didn't reply. I stood up. I walked out of the library, leaving my books behind. I got into my car. I didn't drive home. That place wasn't my home anymore. It was just a house where my things used to be. I drove straight to my grandfather's house. It took 2 hours. My phone kept buzzing. Calls from Mom, texts from Mom. Where are you? Don't be dramatic. Bella is crying because you're making us feel guilty. I turned the phone off. When I pulled into Grandpa's driveway, my hands were gripping the steering wheel so hard my knuckles were white. The porch light was on. It was the only warm thing in my world. I knocked on the door. Grandpa Arthur opened it immediately. He looked at my face. He saw the red eyes, the shaking hands. Maya, he asked. His voice was low. What happened? I couldn't hold it back anymore. I pushed past him into the hallway, and the words just fell out of my mouth like vomit. She sold it all, Grandpa. My bed, my computer, my room. I took a breath, choking on a sob. She sold the watch. The air in the hallway went cold. Grandpa Arthur is a quiet man. He is a retired businessman. He doesn't yell. He doesn't scream. But when he gets mad, the temperature in the room drops 10 degrees. She sold the watch? He repeated. I nodded. For $300, she gave the money to Bella. Grandpa closed his eyes. He took a deep breath through his nose. Then he walked into the living room and sat down in his leather chair. Sit, he told me. I sat. Why did she do it? He asked. Why your things? Why not hers? Because she doesn't care about me, I said. She only cares about looking like a hero to Bella. No, Grandpa said. He looked scary now. She chose your things because she thinks you are weak. She thinks you will take it. She thinks you will forgive her because she is your mother. He stood up and walked to a locked cabinet in the corner. I had never seen inside that cabinet. He pulled out a thick folder. Your mother has been living in that house for free for 10 years, Grandpa said. I pay the mortgage. I pay the utilities. I pay for her car. I thought I was helping family. He slammed the folder onto the table. The sound made me jump. But selling stolen property? Selling my gift to you? He shook his head. That is not family. That is a crime. He looked at me. His eyes were like steel. Maya, you are not sleeping in a storage room. Tonight you sleep here, and tomorrow morning we are going to pay your mother a visit. She's going to scream, I whispered. She's going to say I'm ungrateful. Grandpa pulled out a single sheet of paper from the folder. It was a deed. Let her scream, he said. Tomorrow the house is no longer hers. The next afternoon we pulled into the driveway. It used to feel like home. Now it just looked like a storage unit for my mother's bad decisions. Grandpa turned off the engine. He looked at me. Remember, he said, You don't have to shout to win. Facts are louder than yelling. My stomach was twisting in knots, but I nodded. We walked up the steps together. This time, I wasn't the scared kid. I was the one with the evidence. My mother opened the door before we even knocked. She looked furious. "So," she snapped, staring right at me. "You ran to Daddy? You tattled on me? Unbelievable, Maya." She didn't even look at Grandpa. She just wanted to attack me. The old me would have apologized. The old me would have said, "I'm sorry, Mom." But the new me just stepped aside and let Grandpa walk in. "Jane," Grandpa said. His voice was like ice. "We need to talk about the things you stole." Mom rolled her eyes. She actually laughed. "Oh, here we go. You're going to take her side? You know how hard it is for Bella right now. She has a baby. Maya is an adult. She can buy a new bed. It's just stuff." I pulled out my phone. My hands were steady. "Can I replace this?" I asked. I showed her the text about the watch. "You sold Grandpa's watch for $300. It was worth $5,000. She waved her hand like she was swatting a fly. "You're being dramatic. I told you I'd pay you back eventually. Mothers protect their families. That's what I did."
"Mothers protect their children," Grandpa said sharply. "They don't rob them."
Just then, my cousin Bella walked into the room. She was holding her baby. She looked tired. She saw us and froze. "Can we not fight?" Bella asked. "The baby is sleeping." Mom pointed at me. "Tell that to her. She's trying to make us homeless because I sold some old furniture." I looked at Bella. "Did you know?" I asked. "Did you know she sold my watch? The Rolex?" Bella looked confused. She told me you said it was okay. She said you wanted to help with the rent." I laughed. It was a harsh, dry sound. "She told you I volunteered to sleep on the floor in a storage room?" Bella went silent. She looked down at the floor. Grandpa stepped forward. He placed the folder on the coffee table. The sound was heavy. "I spoke to my lawyer this morning," Grandpa said. The color drained from my mother's face. "Lawyer? Dad, stop. You wouldn't sue your own daughter." "You stole from my granddaughter," Grandpa replied. "That is theft. I could call the police right now." Mom whispered, "You wouldn't." Grandpa looked at me. "Do you want me to?" The room spun. The power was in my hands. I could send my mother to jail. Part of me wanted to. I wanted her to hurt the way I hurt, but I looked at the baby in Bella's arms. "No police," I said. "I don't want her in jail. I just want her to stop using me as her personal bank account." Grandpa nodded. He turned back to Mom. "Here is what will happen," he said. "You will repay every single cent of the watch's value. $5,000, plus the furniture." Mom gasped. "I don't have that kind of money." "Then you will get a job," Grandpa said. "And one more thing." He tapped the deed on the table. "Starting next month, this house is no longer free. You have been living on my charity for 10 years. That ends today. You will pay market rent or you will move out." Mom looked like she had been slapped. "You can't do that. This is my home." "No," Grandpa said softly. "It is my house. You just live here. And you forgot that you are a guest." Mom turned to me. Her eyes were full of hate. "Are you happy now? You turned him against me. Over a stupid watch? You are ruining this family." "You ruined it," I said. "I'm just finally sending you the bill." Grandpa stood up. "We are leaving. We will see you at the lawyer's office tomorrow at 9 a.m. to sign the papers. If you are not there, I will start the eviction process." "I'm not going," Mom screamed as we walked out. "You can't force me." "I don't have to force you," Grandpa called back. "The sheriff will do that for me." As we got into the car, my phone buzzed again. A text from Mom. "If you make me sign those papers, don't ever call me Mom again." I stared at the words. My heart felt cold. "Grandpa?" I asked. "Do you think she'll show up?" Grandpa started the car. "She has no choice, Maya. She's a bully. And bullies always fold when you finally punch back." The next morning, the lawyer's office felt like a courtroom. Grandpa and I sat on one side of the polished table. The empty chair across from us felt like a threat. "She might not come," I whispered. "She thinks if she ignores it, it will go away." The lawyer checked his watch. "If she isn't here in 5 minutes, we file the eviction notice." 4 minutes later, the door opened. My mother walked in. She was wearing sunglasses indoors. She looked like she was trying to hide, or maybe she just wanted a barrier between her and the consequences. She sat down. She didn't look at me. "Let's get this over with," she said. "I have a life to get back to." The lawyer slid a stack of papers across the table. "This is a repayment agreement," the lawyer explained calmly. "It acknowledges that you owe the trust $5,000 for the stolen watch, plus $2,000 for the furniture. It will be deducted from your wages automatically." Mom scoffed. "Garnished wages? Like I'm a criminal?" "You sold property that wasn't yours," Grandpa said. "Be grateful we aren't calling it restitution in a criminal court." Mom picked up the pen. Her hand was shaking. She looked at Grandpa. "Dad, please, this is humiliating." Grandpa leaned forward. "Jane, you humiliated your daughter when you stripped her room bare. You cared more about looking rich to your niece than being fair to your daughter." Mom looked at me. For the first time, her eyes weren't angry. They were scared. "I just wanted to help Bella," she whispered. "I didn't want her to struggle like I did." "So you made me struggle instead," I said. "You didn't break the cycle, Mom. You just passed the pain to me." The room went silent. She knew I was right. She looked at the papers. Then, with a shaky hand, she signed, "Scritch, scratch." That sound was better than any apology. It was the sound of accountability. She signed the debt agreement. Then she signed the new rental lease. "Rent is due on the 1st, Grandpa said. "Don't be late." She stood up, looking smaller than I had ever seen her. "Are you happy?" she asked me. "You won." "I didn't win," I said. "I just stopped losing." The aftermath. It has been 1 year since that meeting. Things didn't go well for my mother. Once she had to actually pay her own bills, the Rich Aunt Act fell apart fast. She couldn't afford the new rent for long. 3 months ago, I watched a moving truck pull up to the house. She downsized to a small 2-bedroom apartment across town. No backyard, no guest room. And Bella? Once she found out the truth, that Mom had stolen from me to help her, she stopped taking the money. She got a job. She figured it out. As for me, I live with Grandpa now. My room is full of furniture I bought. No one can sell it. No one can take it. I posted a video about my story for a college class on financial abuse. I thought maybe 10 people would see it. It got 2 million views. Thousands of people commented. They shared their own stories of parents who treated them like ATMs. My mother saw the video. She saw the comments calling out her behavior. She texted me last week. No anger this time, just 4 words. "I am reading the comments." She finally sees herself through the world's eyes, and she doesn't like the reflection. Revenge isn't always about screaming matches or lawsuits. Sometimes the best revenge is simply letting people face the consequences of their own actions. She tried to sell my past for $300. Instead, she bought herself a lonely future. And me? I finally have a lock on my door and peace of mind. That is worth more than any Rolex.